What's happening? Welcome back for part 2 of our epic reconstruction episode. I guess that we're going to be calling this, even though it's more of a infrastructure upgrade. So yeah, as promised, for episode 2 or part 2, I mean, let's just kind of rework a few more of the intersections that had some of those traffic hotspots, and then we'll move right on over to public transportation. So I thought we'd just kind of fix this little area. Now we've got the upgrades in place to the Porter Washington Parkway. And so what I thought we could do is just kind of connect these guys and then connect these guys. Just make kind of like a little box right here. And then what we can do is we can kind of fill this in with a little bit more trees and kind of make this like, almost like a secluded kind of forest kind of feeling. I think that should look visually very nice. Let's try that out. Now we are unfortunately going to lose this building. Is this a... Apparently this is a fire station. That would explain it. Okay, I don't think I'm going to keep like that. I'm just trying to get this angle looking just the way I want it to. Or maybe we could do this. Maybe we could keep it like that. Okay, let's see if we can make this look nice. My thoughts here is maybe we could do like a little curvy bit. I know that looks a little bit strange, but I kind of like it. It makes this weird little triangle shape right here, you know? Okay, let's just continue this guy up here like that. Honestly, that's kind of neat. I think I'm going to keep it. I think I like it. And let's make this one way go this way. I know this got a little bit busy just now, but I do kind of like this integration of the two areas. I guess that's a good way to put it. Okay, so let's be a little bit realistic here with our zoning. I don't think we need this much mixture in this little area. So what we'll do is we'll make this high density commercial just so we get a little bit of height in some of these buildings. Make these guys factories. And then this part as well, just some high density towers. And then right here for the boundary we'll do our offices. And then we'll just... Oh, actually, you know what? That's probably going to be a little bit noisy. Let's make that commercial. And I remember I was saying in part 1, I did something really nifty over here. So let's try and let's try and redo that. And unfortunately, what it does is destroy a lot of the buildings here, but it does look kind of cool. So let's see if we can recreate this. Basically, what I'm after is kind of like a little express lane to go alongside of this guy. So this just kind of goes like that. Get the direction right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to get people on and off the highway. And hopefully it's just as simple as connecting the dots. Oh, we had it. There it was. Perfect. That's what I'm after. And maybe we can get lucky again. I think I have to do it on the curve though. I do. And so this does create a new traffic light right there, so let's just go ahead and move this one over. This little intersection right here. Actually, let's just go from here to here. There. I like that. Okay, now let's do the same thing over on the other side. It's super simple, you know, on and off. And with any luck being kind of like a lower density area right here, hopefully traffic won't start to get too backlogged on these things. Like we do have, you can kind of see over here, the on and off as well. So hopefully in combination, those two should be enough to balance everything. Okay, now here's the tricky part. Can we recreate what we just made? Looks like it. Pretty darn close, if I say so myself. Alright. Now, can we... I'd rather not have to back the park up, you know what I mean? So maybe we can go... Oh, that's it. I'll take that. And I'll even take this, if we can get that to work. I don't know. I do not know. I don't want that back angle, obviously. Oh, I know there's got to be a way. A little bit unconventional, so maybe we'll try that again. I think what happened last time is that I drew them a little bit longer, and I seem to have had a little bit of an easier time. Oh, there it goes. And so, same idea. I don't really want to have like just hundreds of intersections right here, so let's give this a little bit of a makeover. Just so that we don't end up with like, you know, too many traffic lights spaced too close to one another. This is a clinic, I think. Yep. Let's just move that to the corner. And we should probably take a look at our land value and kind of our services and stuff as a whole once we finish these upgrades. Okay. Nice. A little bit of a collector kind of on and off ramp style. Now, I'm curious though if we can get maybe from back here. I don't think it's bad, I just, you know, in terms of the symmetry. But I wouldn't be able to, so we have to move that park, right? Oh, that's cool. That also is almost counterproductive. Because we want to use an express and collector style. What if we go... No, that won't do it. Okay. I'm just being too nitpicky. Let's just leave it like this, and I'm sure once we get more houses in here, it'll kind of fill up, and you won't really notice it anyway. Alright, so that's that little quadrant done. Where else are we having some traffic headaches? Oh yes, that's right, over here. Ha ha ha. Now, I know we've tried to touch on this area in terms of an upgrade in the past. So, let's see what we can do here. I mean, I guess the short answer is there's too many people trying to make their way across this 6-lane road as they're like, you know? So that means all these guys here, everyone's going this way, just to this road. So what we could do is we do have a tunnel right here. We could try and put maybe another one It's just the ideal location for the next tunnel would be like in the middle right here. I wonder. Okay, let's do something crazy. Again, this is all just because we have no bus routes right now. So, well, we have them technically, but, you know, they're getting changed. Otherwise, I would not attempt anything this crazy ambitious, you know? Alright, so let's just go through here. Now, hopefully this will be enough. The only thing I'm worried about, though, is that this road doesn't really lead to too many places, you know? What we almost should do is have, like, a little way down. Oh boy, this is going to get complicated. Alright, well, we'll see if this looks nice, because I kind of have something in mind right here. But if this is getting too crazy, then I'm willing to abandon it. I thought it was just to do... No, because then we're going to end up with intersections, silly, like traffic lights. I was going to do kind of like a highway style on and off ramp right here. But no, I think that's getting a little bit too complicated. I'm not opposed to the fact that it goes into this little area. I just wish there was a little bit more of a through and through. But unless I make that part of the train track into a bridge... You know, if that's the only thing that's stopping me, that's an easy fix. Alright, so let's connect this where we want it first, just to give ourselves a loose idea. And now, just for the sake of symmetry, maybe we should come out like that. It kind of supports the curves in the area. I don't think that sticks out too much. Okay, so train tracks, please. And so, oh, I downloaded something else that's cool. I get so distracted. This, I have not tried it out yet, but these are apparently, I don't know where they have to be placed. I guess they're just anywhere. Oh, neat. Oh, I see. Aha. So they're just sidings, but can I connect rails to them? And they're just for decoration. What? No. What? Oh my goodness, that is so cool. Okay. Please don't get sidetracked. That is just a really good little note. So when we do eventually get to the back to the small town, which is on the list, like don't think that I've forgotten about this place. We can basically use those assets over here in our little industrial part. We have some sidings with some trains on it. Oh man, I remember asking about that many months ago, hoping that someone's going to make something, and here we are. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. This game, it still never ceases to amaze me. It's like the mod community, like they're just so into it, you know? We are in it to win it. I love it. Guys, look at these improvements. Look at how much cleaner this looks. Ah, the city. I would live here. Like, it's really starting to come together. I'm so, like, I love it. Nothing wrong with that. A mayor who loves his own city, right? Okay, now, I wanted to fill this in with trees. Let me do that really quick before we kind of move back over to that area. Because I think I'm going to forget otherwise. Just super, super, super quick. I want to just fill... Because I remember there was, like... This was so long ago. And I unfortunately don't remember who it was who suggested it, but someone suggested a name for one of the forest areas in the city. They wanted to call it Sherwood Forest. I think it's a super good idea. Let's just go ahead and jazz this place up, and then we can kind of call this area Sherwood Forest. And it's been a while since we've done a little tree jazzing as well. Tree jazzing. What are you even saying? And I do like this kind of fall colors. I like the little blend, you know? And what I'll do is you can kind of see with the tree brush tool, you do get a little bit of gaps in between the trees. So I guess we can do this to save some time, and then we'll fill in some more. Just, yeah, my issue is the density. You don't get that many trees tightly packed together when you do that method. Alright, so let's get some of these guys a little bit further back. Oh, I just love trees. They're so lovely. I kind of wish I had more trees. Do you know what I mean? Is that like a silly thing to ask for, or is that... I don't know what other types I'd like, though. I should have some pine trees. Like a little bit more of like that kind of style. These all seem like they're mainly coniferous trees. Yeah, that's not bad. I would like it to be a little bit more lush, but I think this is not bad at all. Oh yeah, look at that. Very nice. And so let's just put a little itsy bitsy district. Let's first kind of push this out a bit further. Okay, that works. And this is when it gets tricky. I need this little area out. Oop. And I need a new one in here. Cool. And we'll call this Sherwood Forest with 2 R's. Oh my goodness. Spelling. Oh goodness. Not my forte, apparently. Alright, so that was good. I like that. Alright, so back over to here. Let's now just finish this part of the trains. Oops. Okay, so we'll go straight, it looks like. And then we'll curve this ever so slightly, and then we'll bring it on down. And I am not a fan of these intersections, again, being so close to one another. So I think just for simplicity, we'll just go ahead and take that right out. That then means, though, that we're kind of forced only to have a one-way as an exit point. So maybe for services, maybe we can try doing a one-way in like that. That's a bit of a tight turn, and I'm worried traffic might back up. So maybe we won't do that from there. What we could instead do is, I would like to get another road underneath, but I think we had issue with that when we tried before, if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, I don't think the pillars are going to cooperate with us. Well, I mean, there's nothing really wrong with a one-way this whole way down. I remember when we were putting these in, though, services and stuff, right? It was a little tricky. Alright, sorry, I don't mean to be so stuck on this spot, you know, I am just thinking. Alright, let's try this. Why the heck not? But we'll go at a wider angle. That way there's just a little bit more room for traffic to kind of build. And yeah, this might look a little strange. I'm not going to disagree with you there, but I think it'll work pretty well. And once these buildings kind of come in, you won't really notice it, you know? But my thoughts were, like, it would be a little bit too tight, even of a turn, just to kind of go the way we had it before. And then this way now we just have the one intersection, too. Okay, so I honestly believe this will be a big improvement to this area. Mainly because now you've got, like, a couple more methods of getting over here, which is good. I mean, you can kind of see what we've done. I don't want to say unfortunately, because it did come out this way, and I'm not unhappy with it. But there's just this way over the highway, and there's just really this way over the highway. And then we've got our, like, dividing points. So essentially, majority of the people in this part of the town are going to cross right over to here. So, I mean, giving them a few more options definitely will help out, but we may need a longer term solution eventually down the road, but I think we'll be okay. And this is a little bit of a hotspot over here. I think, though, this just might be high volume, but the solution theoretically would be to just put a roundabout right in there. But I think we'll just leave it for the moment. Okay, on to another spot. Now, same with over here. This probably is just due to high volume, because this is probably the main bridge that people are using to cross the river. But I wouldn't peg this as, like, major backlog. And I do kind of like the way these one-way roads, kind of make that little... So let's leave that area too. City is actually not in that bad of a shape here. I think though we'll probably have to touch on this area down here. And I mean, we'll have to let this run because I'm curious to see how that's going to unfold as well. All right, so the issue it looks like here is just volume. You can kind of see there's too many trucks looking to make their way through here. Yeah, no one's really using this side, it looks like, just because of how exaggerated and long this little drive is, but I feel like there's something we can do to maybe change that. Just put that over there. Maybe if we go like this, just help spread the load out a little bit. I'm just gonna put 3-speed on, even though the bus network's a little bit broken right now. Yeah, I was just kind of hoping for a few more people to kind of get off this way and maybe go down like that. As you can see, it seems like they're taking this route to go down to get over to here. I think what we eventually we're going to have to do is we'll put another highway off-ramp kind of going off here, and then we'll redevelop this whole quadrant once we unlock those tiles. Because I don't think the one exit, just as it is going to be overly efficient. But look, my plan, it worked. People are using this side now. Haha, I've tricked you. Alright, so that's a simple fix. I don't think it's like a fix forever. I think that just might buy us some time. But yeah, see already, you can see the behavior of the trucks is changing. So that's good. Alright, should we move on to the fun stuff? I think we should. And by fun stuff, I mean public transport. Because right now we've got our city, I think, looking pretty good. Kind of liking it. I feel bad, though. We've been neglecting this part of town for a while now, but we'll eventually get over there. There's just so much I want to do. I can't believe all of this is eventually going to be filled in. You know? Like when we do like another 20, 30, 40 episodes from now, whenever it is. And we're just looking back and we're like, holy smokes, look at how much stuff there is. And we'll think back to these days. Remember how tiny the town used to be? Because when I see this, it just seems so big from where, our humble beginnings back in, like, episode 3, episode 4 days when we had just like a little, this little area right here working. And we were just starting on our bus stop. Oh my goodness, so long ago. Nostalgia. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little snippet in the movie, and I'm going to erase all the transportation lines just to kind of save a little bit of time. And I know that I was I was saying I was going to do a time lapse, and I realized it's probably going to end up taking me like way too long for what it's actually worth, just for a little overhead view, because I have to basically render all the screenshots and stuff together, right? So um, what I want to do is just a whole other time lapse video, so that'll just be a little side project. So I think what I'll do maybe is speed up the video or something, or do some clips or snippets after each bus route just to save on time. Because I remember when I recorded it earlier, it ended up being like 20 or 30 minutes of just placing bus stops, which is kind of, a little bit long. Anyways, let me just get rid of those bus stops, and yeah, and then we'll jump right back in. Okay, see you guys in 1 second. Alright guys, so just to make sure we're on the same page here, so I can keep you guys on track, making a little bit of a train joke again. So what I've done is I've deleted all the transportation lines except the ones that are down on our little island area. Because these ones, realistically, I don't think will be changed like too much. They're pretty much the way I want them to be. I think hypothetically we'll add one more bus line when we kind of fill this area in, and that'll be a bus line that kind of serves that part. But maybe we'll worry about that in another episode. I think I remember saying in the first part I was going to do some expansion over here, but I don't want time to get too far away from us, and I think we'll worry about the population, yeah, I think next episode or so. Like, kind of get some background stuff going as we're working on in the airport type thing. So yeah, I basically left this as it is, like the subway line. You kind of see it when we redraw it would be the exact same thing. And the color I'm going to go for is kind of this bluish color for the bus fleet. So what I'll do, I kind of made up my mind here, is I'll show you what area I want to draw the line, and then I'll just make a little snippet in the video, draw the line, and then show you what it looks like type thing, and then move on to the next one. And then hopefully that should be a little bit of a faster format. So majority of the lines I'm going to start with are going to be kind of from the main transportation hub, and we'll kind of work our way outward through the city. And actually, no, I guess the first thing we'll do are the trains. Yeah, so let me get started with that. We'll do the buses last. Okay, see you guys in 1 second with our first train line. Okay, so for starters, first line, I just put in a white colored train line. It's actually 2 of them total. One going in each direction, and that's just basically doing the loop around the main part of the city. And I made sure I remembered to do both sides this time. So first one down, and the train lines, they're going to be a few different types of colors, but the bus lines and this will all be all the same color, and the subways will probably be a mix of colors as well. Okay, so I'm just going to move on to the next train line, and I'll see you guys in 1 second. Okay, now the next line, I've got it going from the main transportation hub. See, it's the blue colored one. It makes its way all the way up here, stops over here, and then it breaks down underground, breaks off kind of thing, goes over here, doesn't break down, stops off at this train station, and then stops off here. That way that part of the town is covered. What I think I'm going to do, just to speed up time a little bit, is since the trains are all going to be different colors, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on the rest of the lines, and you'll kind of see where the colors are. I'll just kind of loosely describe where they are. And then the same idea with the subway, just so we can be a little bit faster with our time here. I'll color in all the subway lines, and you guys can kind of visually see the overhead difference in where they meet and whatnot, and I'll talk about it a little bit too. So just remember what it looks like now, and when we come back, we'll see lots of fun colors. So it'll be 2 seconds. Okay, so I've got the train lines now finished. You can see we've got a purple one coming from our small town that makes its way down through here, all through this way, and it goes into the Chattelson station over here. And then what we have, which is a really cool line, I think, is this dark green one. Goes from Chattelson station all the way down along the coast right here, up through here, main transportation hub, continues all up along here, breaks off this way, and makes the long way over here. So just kind of a nice long line. So basically every part of the city is now connected with trains. And we have like half the lines that we had before, so like traffic on the rails should be like So much better, like night and day the difference. So I'm looking forward to that. Um, so what I'll do right now is just do all the subway lines, and then same idea. I'll just kind of show you what they look like, and then we'll move on to the buses. Okay, see you guys in one more second. All right, awesome stuff. So these subway lines are complete. Let me show you what they look like. There's one long one that kind of makes its way. Let's highlight that. You can kind of see it makes its way the whole way down, um, just over to the main transportation hub, just kind of this side essentially. We got another one that goes from here all the way down like this, up to here, and then we've got a couple that just kind of support the line. So one that goes along just a little bit right here, and then there's just one that goes the whole length of this guy right there. So a little bit of overlap, but yeah, I think a little bit more efficient than the way we had it before. And we got lots of room for expansion too, which is good. Because I imagine we're going to put quite a few more subway stops in and around this area, so subway map definitely not done. Alright, so on to the buses, and I will see you guys in 1 second for that. Okay, so the first bus line's in. It's actually one just in our small town. You can kind of see it just makes a quick little loop just through here. And then it makes its way all the way down, you can imagine, right over to here. It's just kind of like a little express bus kind of option in case you didn't want to take the train. It just brings you to the main transportation hub. And what I think I'm going to do, just because story of my life, right? Time always gets away from me. Just so this episode doesn't get too long and this doesn't take up too much time, what I'm going to do is I'll put in the bus lines just for this lower quadrant, and then I'll kind of show you. Instead of doing individually, because I think there might end up being maybe like 10 or 15 lines just to kind of stop from this, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start kind of thing. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll do bus lines just for like the back part of the islands right here, and this lower part of the city, and I'll kind of show you what those look like. But really, my general goal is just to be a little bit cleaner than what we had before, and manage the stops maybe a little bit more efficiently. But same kind of goal. We want to get people closer to the subways, closer to the trains. We don't necessarily want them to take the bus the whole way to their destination. We just want to get them onto another type of public transportation. Alright, so I'll go ahead and work my magic with that, and I'll see you guys in 2 seconds this time. Not 1, but 2. Alright, so as you can see, we now have some bus lines. I think it was 4 bus lines total. It's 2 for this little part, and then 1 kind of going for the island, and 1 making its way over here. So 2 down here, 2 in here. They overlap quite a bit, which is good. Definitely want to encourage people to use, like I said, other forms of public transportation, not just the buses. And so what I've tried to do is, just be, no more than, say, 2 or 3 blocks away from any type of public transportation, whether it's a train, a subway, or a bus stop. So hopefully the majority of people will leave their cars at home. And so next spot I'm going to do is just this little bit in here, a little in-town suburb, plus this little quadrant right here. So I'll see you guys when I am done with that. Okay, now as far as this little quadrant is concerned, just for absolutely pure funsies, I made the university bus line red, just so, like in real life or whatever, if you're like, running for the bus and you're late and you're a student, or it's like your first day of school or whatever, it's pretty hard to miss the bus. You can always tell your friends, oh, it's the bright red one, grab that, that's the University Express or whatever, So just add that extra little depth of fun and, I guess, realism, right? Otherwise, you can kind of see we've got a few overlapping routes, just kind of more or less making their way through this part of town. And what we're going to do is probably add another one to kind of loop through this little back part once we fill this in a little bit more. Same with up here. We'll probably need some once the area gets a little bit more bumped up. But I guess the last ones that we're going to do are just maybe 2 or 3 kind of in this little quadrant right here. And then I think we'll call her quits for the day. Because I think this has been a pretty good little, episode 31. It's been good. Both part 1 and part 2. Lots of, like, huge changes to the city. Like, again, just to talk about it. Like, look at this. I can't even believe this. Almost night and day the difference. And I just think this little transition, too, is a lot cleaner than, like, what we had before. And and I'm a very big fan of this little, tunnel entrance. Okay, so let me just finish up with these bus routes over for the industrial part, and like I said, yeah, we'll call it quits for the day. All right, I'll see you guys in 1 sec. All right, guys, done and done, sort of. So what I did over here was just a few different kind of intermingled bus lines. You can see we actually have 4 total. What we have is 2 that are running over to the industrial park. One that kind of serves, say, the lower part, more or less, and then one that kind of goes up. It actually makes its way right through this little part right here, and then comes back, goes up and around. And then same idea, just one over here, and then just one kind of over here. And what we're going to have to do, I was kind of thinking about this. I think what we'll do is maybe in and around this area right here, and I know this is driving probably some of you crazy, the fact that there's no power right here. I think I've actually had a few conversations with people about this, actually. I keep saying I'm going to put it in, but I never do. Okay, so let's just go like this. And let's just wire this up. Just so we can put our minds at ease. Okay. And so yeah, over here, what we could do, just because this area is going to be pretty noisy, because we have our recycling facility over here, we could make ourselves another little transportation kind of hub thing over here. Like we could do like a little mini roundabout or something in the middle right here, or just something along those lines. And then we'll put in some more bus routes, because we actually need, I think, 1 more to kind of fill this area in. But I think we'll put that on hold until we kind of do some more zoning. So I think that's it. I think we'll call it quits for today, guys. Very, 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 very productive, though. I'm like really happy with the way things turned out. We've got new trains, new buses, new subways. Like the city is looking fantastic. I'm so scared to do this. I want to press play, though, and I want to see what everything's going to look like. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's just see like a swarm of buses, because the old buses, they first have to make their way in. Oh my goodness, my game is going to explode, my poor processor. So much to crunch. Okay, yeah, so all the old buses, wow, you can see this is so much numbers to crunch. Yeah, so all the old buses have to make their way back to the station, and then all these new ones are going to start coming out. And then same idea with the trains. The regional ones, they should either disappear or stop spawning, and then the new ones, yep, here we go. Oh my goodness, I think we've done it. This is really cool. So we'll just let this run, and hopefully my computer won't catch fire. Oh my goodness. I'm scared for like when the city gets to like, 200,000 or 300,000 people. Take me like 10 minutes to do just anything. I think by then I'll have to, for sure, upgrade my computer. Now, I just want to be safe and sure that there aren't any regional train lines connected to the main rail connection right here. So I don't know if those orange ones are a byproduct of us removing some of the rail lines, or if they're just actually stuck in the system now. I don't think, though, we have an exterior connection, right? If memory serves me correctly. Because it should be, yeah, this should be separate, right? That's separate, that keeps it on the outside. Right, so that one's separate, that's good. This stuff's still, yeah. No, I think we're okay. I think I'm just imagining things here. Where does that one go? That one goes this way. Yep. Okay, we'll just let this run, let it do its own thing. But man, oh man, what upgrades and improvements. I'm so happy, in case you guys can't hear it in my voice, even though I'm always very excited whenever I make these videos. But oh, I guess that's it, guys. So I will see you in episode 32, and in that episode we'll try and bump the population a little bit higher, and we'll definitely do a little bit of an airport rebuild. Oh, look, planes. Cool. And then, yeah, just going back to what I was saying before, I want to sink this part of the highway, and then we'll fill in this middle part with some tarmac. We'll change the layout of the runway, I think, slightly, and then we'll put in some more of those custom assets. But, yeah, let's pause right here. Good first stab at it. I'm very happy with the way it did turn out, but I think we can make it so much better, especially with all your feedback. Really appreciate that, guys. Okay, well, I will see you then. Have yourselves a great day and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks, guys. See you then.